Hello, I am Ben Whitegan. I'm a current sophomore. I am in the Construction Engineering Management program, my second year in there. This is my experience for my first internship from this past summer of 2022. I worked out in the Bay Area, first time being out there in the West Coast. That being said, I'm from the Chicagoland area. It's an exciting new experience to be able to experience new culture and also gain knowledge and experience in the construction industry. So the project I worked on, it was a elderly retirement residential home where we were in the pre-con phase. I worked with the general contractor Webcor with it. That being said, I was mostly in pre-con, so I was doing RFIs, making templates and callouts with the Bluebeam feature. This way I was doing callouts for balcony types, windows, and doors along those lines. With this contract value being around $117 million, being Oakland, California, and again, we were in the pre-construction phase. So we hit a hiatus, or I would say when we were out there after my first 2 weeks there. When we were there, the owner, architect, and GCS, the ARC, Architect Review Committee, they said we had offensive corners on the rendering. So this led to a redrawing of all the drawings, so that we did a consensus of a 6-week delay. This led to me doing the same thing along the lines of construction, using the construction drawings to identify any clashes, along with doing more RFIs and templates. Allowed for more punch list items, so going to previous job sites, my supervisor, as shown the picture above. Doing job site walks as well. We're doing items that would need to be checked off from the owner. Again, this is another job walk above, job site walk above where we are looking at a Genesis project from Webcor, another one of Webcor's many projects. So concept phase to reality. So for concept phase to reality, there's always a need for housing in the residential sector of construction, and it is constant. That being said, from California, the weather is perfect for construction year-round, so concept phase is always happening, and they can break ground in reality any month, really, since the weather allows it. So moving on to triumphs and challenges. One issue we had was communication with the architect and on our end as well. There's an issue with the schedule. There was 40 doors listed in the schedule, and then we counted on there's only 38 listed, which led to an issue with pricing and bidding for subcontractors. So this was easily resolved with a simple RFI and also talking on our weekly meetings with the architect. Another issue that occurred, or more of a learning curve, is understanding the software. Before going to San Francisco, I never used Bluebeam or AutoCAD, but we used that a plethora of times out in San Francisco. Again, it was like learning another language, but with persistence and determination. And the help of supervisor, we were able to become somewhat proficient at the software, which then led to many triumphs with the persistent dedication of being able to complete the tasks you're set out to achieve. Like connecting back to my previous point, I was tasked with making many callouts, templates, and RFIs, and with the use of this new software, learning it, I was able to do it effectively and efficient with this new knowledge gain. One thing I wish I knew was how to use Bluebeam before going out there, or at least be familiar with the software. But nevertheless, you can always learn on the site or in the office day of. This picture above is of my desk view from where we were in the office. That's the Oracle Park where the Giants play. lesson learned. Always ask questions. Don't be intimidated by how it may sound. You're there to learn. The employees there know that you're going to ask questions if you don't know how to do it, and they'll be happy to help you. That being said, write everything down. Don't always, because for future reference, don't always be nagging your supervisor, but that being said, always try and try again. I say about 20 minutes of your hardest effort, and then go find someone who actually knows how to do it. That will show you that you're giving effort and determination and persistence to try to figure out a problem, and put you a little bit ahead with giving those supervisor that you want to learn and are energetic about it. Lastly, always be honest. If your supervisor asks you to do something you don't know how to do it, just be honest. They'll be happy to walk you through it. And going back on the previous point, just write it down so you know for future reference, and you know how to do it again next time. So to wrap everything up, I had a great and amazing experience out in San Francisco, the Bay Area, with WebCorps. With great mentors and supervisors and interns. It was just nothing less than amazing. I learned more than I ever thought I would. And being said that, after my first year in undergrad for the CEM, was able to be out in the West Coast area. It was never really possible at the CEM program, so I'd like to thank them as well. And I'm happy I did it. Great time, fun, learning more and more each day out there. So recommend, if you're reluctant about going out your comfort zone, recommend doing it. This is the time to do it, to learn and explore. Nevertheless, thank you.